I feel like this Amazon woman having to like give birth, but depression with the postpartum now. Now me, I didn't really believe, and I just said, well, that doesn't happen. That wouldn't happen to me. But I noticed just something that just wasn't feeling happy. I didn't tell anybody that because to me it's like postpartum, like especially like in the Caribbean, like Caribbean women, like postpartum, that's an American thing. Glad that I had that husband that can see and can understand and say, look, he caught it in time before it got out of control. I must say overall, she gives us a joy that nobody else can really give you. My name is Candace. I am 32. I am married. This year will be 6 years. I have a daughter. She's 2, and I'm pregnant. Currently 6 months pregnant with my second. Finding out that when we were pregnant, it was very exciting. I remember when I first told my husband, and it was perfect. He was having a rough day. And I remember I had the test wrapped up in a little onesie, and I tied it in a little bow. And he came home like, I was like, what's wrong? And he's like, just had a rough day. I was like, okay, so I have something for you. And I gave it to him. And then when he opened it up, he started to cry. He told me, he's like, I'm gonna be a dad. I'm like, yeah. We found out that we have to take this class in order for him to be in the room. And then we did the Lamaze class in POS General. When we got to the class, the nurse she actually gave her time. Like it wasn't mandatory or anything like that. She was just this nurse working, like she worked for years in a hospital. And from her experience, she said that, I mean, we would hear stories in the papers and the news that this baby died, this happened, and she felt that she needed to educate new mothers and fathers as to how to conduct themselves. She explained what were the proper things to eat, exercising. She explained that pregnancy is not a disease, you can do anything, just moderation. So it was having that, going to the clinic and then having the classes, I felt we were prepared. I think also when you ask questions and you find out and you educate yourself, I think it's better for you. Like the first trimester was like, okay, nauseous feeling, don't want to eat. Second trimester was like, okay, this is nice. This is cute, nice little belly, cute little clothes, your skin glowing. I really did have a good pregnancy. After a while, you get big, and then the kicking doesn't become cute anymore. It hurts because then they're like stretching and they're like ready to get out. I remember it was Christmas Day and I started to get some pain. I tell my husband, okay, I think she's on her way, so let's just, keep on the lookout. Boxing Day, he was actually off on that day, so we were relaxing and I started to get this pain, but it felt to me, it felt like a gas. So I was like, okay, maybe I just need to eat something or whatever. And I remember sitting down and just eating, and I was like I kind of like pulled back because I felt like something like, like the best way I could describe it, it's like if my insides opened up. Exactly what the nurse told me to do. Every time you felt a contraction, you breathe, I did that. They also said like when you exercise a lot and you keep yourself active, it actually affects how you can, I guess, handle the labor. So I think I did a pretty good job. I wasn't nervous or scared. I took a shower, I combed up my hair, I made sure like everything was like done. And then like my mom was like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm getting ready. My husband like running around and my brother was just like panicking. And I remember I had everything like organized. All my paperwork, my medical, because going to the clinic, to San Juan Clinic, they write up the reports. They give you everything. So you have a copy of everything. And when my aunt finally came, she didn't take long. She came and we headed up to Port of Spain. That's where I delivered. My only fear was, and I heard horror stories that it said when your water bag doesn't burst on its own, like if they had to do it for you, the pain is even more. And then she came in and she's like, Mommy, I have to burst. I was like, oh my goodness. It's okay. The tool she used, it's like this long. The contraction started to feel a little bit more intense, but still I was able to handle and focus. Okay, every time it come, breathe, breathe, breathe. But like it happened so fast, because like after I got there, it was like 6 centimeters, and then like it felt like 5 minutes, I was like 8. And the nurse came in and she's like, okay, Mommy, you're ready to go. And she's like, where's all your stuff? I said, everything's right here, paperwork. And she's like, okay, you're organized. And they moved me onto the bed, and I said, wait, my husband is like, don't worry. I was like, don't forget to call my husband. I need him there. And he's like, did he do the class? I was like, yes, he did the class. And I made 2 copies of that paper. I was not playing. I had the original and I gave my husband the copy. I said, do not lose this paper. You need to get in. And he came in with his scrubs and he was covered up. And so they had all their tools and necessary objects ready. And then the midwife was like, okay, Candace, from a scale of 1 to 10, what's going on? I was like 10. It's like, I can't hold it anymore. And she's like, okay. She's like, you're doing good. She's like, Dad, you stay up here. You're not to go to see anything down there. He remembered everything from the class, because he was able to tell me, okay, push, don't push, relax, this, that. So I started to push, and then the midwife, she stopped. Like, she was like, nope. She's like, stop. She's like, you're not pushing. And I was like, I am. But she's like, no. She's like, you're not. She's like, you gotta get in there. And I'm like, okay. She came out, eyes open, and she started to like move her head. Like she was like on the move, like on the go already. And when my husband started, he broke down. He started to cry. I thought that was just that, and like seeing him reacting to his girl, it was beautiful. It was a really, really good experience. I must say, Port of Spain, I don't know if it's just the maternity area, but the nurse and the doctors were on point. Maybe how I reacted and how calm I was and how I answered and I didn't, maybe that was what it is, because I've heard people who weren't treated well and who they yelled at them, whatever. And I just said that everybody's experience is different and everybody's personalities are different. We wanted to breastfeed. I felt like I wasn't producing enough. I felt like, oh my God, I can't feed my child. It made me feel really, really sad. So my husband was like, we gotta find this. So I was I was making sure that I was doing things organically, as far as eating the necessary things to produce the milk. Eventually, like, I began to produce a lot. And as I produced, she was taking. And then I think after a while, I started to feel frustrated. She went through a little bit of the gripe. And I went to the doctor and I said, what can I do? And he's like, Mommy, you can't do a thing. He's like, you have to just let it ride out. Like, it's just something that they have to go through. She went through that for about maybe a good 3 months. And it happened at night. So I had to kind of just hold her really close. And there was nights when I cried because she's bawling and she doesn't want any breast milk, and it's just nothing you can really do for them. I've tried to hold her really close. My husband would take her. Being in the 4 walls, and every now and then you kind of go out or whatever, it does take a toll on you. It changes even your marriage, even like your relationship. It felt as if we were like roommates after a while, and we just wasn't like really meshing together, and it was just like baby. So I think we were losing us until my mom was like, you guys need a break. But I noticed just some days I wasn't feeling happy, and some days I didn't want to talk, or I didn't feel like I wanted my husband to just touch me, and it was a lot. And I just probably thought I was a little depressed because I was like, home, and it's just baby, and I felt like, he's going back to work, and and I'm just like here, and I just felt like this can't be it, like that's it. And I remember him, he sat me down and he said, babe, do you think you have postpartum? And I was just like, no. I got so upset at him telling me that, because I was like, me, like, postpartum? I was like, no, that's crazy. He's like, you're sure? And I said, why would you ask me that? And he said, because he's like, you're just not yourself. And I remember a friend was getting married, and he said, well, I'm going to take you shopping. I'm going to get some clothes. Everything that I tried on didn't fit. everything, everything. I didn't know what my size was, and I mean, I don't want to sound like vain or, you know, but it messed with me. It messed with my mind. And I remember putting on the last piece of clothing, and I just started to cry in the dressing room in the mall. And I wiped my face, came out, and he immediately knew what happened. He's like, "What happened?" I said, "I want to go home." And he said, "Well, it's okay." And he took me to the store, and he just held me. And he said that moment when he saw me break down, he said he was very scared, because he told himself, that's not my wife. We did do a little counseling. We went to our pastor. He's like, "I think you guys need to just change the whole dynamic." He's like, "Go out, do this." So once I accepted it and I said, all right, I began to work on myself. I began to tell myself, well, it's okay. You just had a baby. And then I got back to a smaller size, and I started to feel good again. And our relationship got better, and it got stronger. Having somebody, like, it's important, because you can't do it on your own. I realized you cannot do that on your own. You gotta have somebody there, because it takes a toll on you. My fear was having a child and having to stop. And I would never forget, I had a good friend of mine said that having a child doesn't stop your life. They help encourage you to do more. But I also try to instill in our family as well, family time, an environment where she can be loved and she can learn and be herself. I always tell people, like, I would go again, and yeah, I'm going again. And they always say, you know, people say, well, your first is always long, and it's always this. And I just kind of blocked off, because everybody's experience is different. I said the second one is, oh, it's not the same. I'm like, whatever. I'm an Amazon. I did it. I gotta do it again.